Brutal Kunnin is the most fun I had listening to a book in quite a while. Written by Mike Brooks, it's the first ever 40k novel that features the Oohrksch as the main protagonist. And Oohrkcs are my favorite Warhammer faction because refreshingly, hilariously primitive and stupid, but somehow make it work. Now, following a band of boys throughout a massive war, kicking ass and taking names might be fun on its own, but Mike here does a wonderful thing by alternating between the Orcs, the attackers, and the Adeptus Mechanicus, the defenders. An Orc war fleet is attacking Adeptus Mechanicus Forge world, a high-tech world, looking for high-tech loot, basically. But what this really does is, for one thing, if you were just reading the Orc chapters, you wouldn't really know what is going on, because the Orcs don't know and don't care. For example, the defending Adeptus Mechanicus had set careful traps and ambushes along the front lines, like weaker parts of the front lines where they would hope the Orcs would push through, so then they could be enveloped and annihilated. But the Orcs just kept on attacking the strong points of the front line, so they never broke through the weak points, never got into the ambush. Through the eyes of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you get a broader picture of everything that is actually going on in this war. But also, the Adeptus Mechanicus might be the perfect foil for the Orcs, because they are just so different. Everything with the Orcs is just chaotic and somehow organic and somehow works. And in the Adeptus Mechanicus, everything is planned, perfect and mechanical and somehow fails. So it's really nice to see this stark contrast between these two factions, but also, especially in the end of the book, how there are similarities between these factions, and a lot of the humor comes from these facts, at least for me. So I listened to the audiobook version read by Tom Allenby, and he does a really good job with the voicing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. He does an okay job with the Orcs. For my taste, his voice could be a little bit lower, and he could speak for the voice a little bit less clear. But so in my mind, it would be better if it were worse. No, he's doing a pretty good job. Nothing against that at all. I had fun listening to it. Now, I would be the last one to call these a highbrow piece of art. But for a really entertaining, fun read, it's just about perfect. So if you're interested in Orcs and war and fun, and having a good time with the boys, then I'd recommend Brutal Kunnin. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.